Tall succulents can be difficult to find as the majority of these wonderful plants are rather small, but they do exist. Some can even become large trees. Tall succulents can be used to create different height levels in your succulent garden as a statement plant or to make a living screen fence. Succulents also don't catch fire easily and may be grown in fire-prone areas as an alternative to other more flammable plants. Before we proceed, I'd like to point out that most of the following succulents are not very frost hardy. They are unlikely to grow well in climates that get snow or frost during winter. Baobabs are native to Africa and the closely related baobab to Western Australia. They can grow very tall and are easily recognizable by their thick swollen trunks. They'll grow well in climates with mild winters. Their height can range between species. The shorter ones grow to about 5 meters or 16 feet and largest to 30 meters or 98 feet. In cooler climates, these trees are deciduous, losing leaves for the winter months. A lot of the parts are edible. Leaves have a very high iron content. Seeds and bark can be used too. Baobabs can be used as a statement plant or as part of a succulent garden. They will be best off in bigger gardens. Aeonium arboreum can grow as high as 2 meters or 7 feet, which is pretty decent in the succulent world. This plant grows multiple branches, each ending in a green rosette. It's very versatile and can be grown in the succulent garden as a live fence or a statement plant both in the garden and in pots. In some parts of the world, Aeonium arboreum is considered a weed, so do check your local weed register before planting. This pretty plant can look a bit like a yucca. It can grow to a height of 18 meters or 60 feet in ideal conditions. The trunk will become thick with age and multi-branched. Each branch ends in aloe-like leaves. Tree aloe is fantastic in bigger gardens and can be grown in large pots as well. So, Ponytail Palm is not really a palm but a succulent. It also goes by elephant's foot. This highly ornamental plant has a swollen base, thinnish trunk and branches end in a bunch of thin long leaves. Ponytails can grow to about 9 meters or 30 feet. They will grow well in the garden as well as pots and are tolerant of being indoors. Crassula ovata is one of the most popular succulents out there. It is a great versatile plant that can be grown out in the garden, pots and also indoors. And while it doesn't grow as high as some of the other succulents mentioned earlier, it can reach a good 1.5 to 1.8 meters if the growing conditions are good. This succulent makes a great low maintenance hedge that you will hardly need to water. It's almost a must-have in any succulent garden and can create just that bit of height. This is a popular hedging plant in Africa where it's native to. Despite its amazing stress colors that look like a flame, fire sticks is not a good choice for everyone. It contains a white sap that can be poisonous, irritates the skin in some people and can cause temporary blindness. Definitely not a good choice if you have plant-curious pets or young kids. Fire sticks can grow into a tree in ideal conditions and can reach heights of about 7 meters or 23 feet. It can create an unusual hedge and looks great in the garden. Fire sticks also tolerate pots well and can grow quite high in big pots. This succulent often gets confused with Crassula ovata and many people call it jade. Portulacaria afra is a beautiful small-leaved plant that can grow to around 4 meters or 13 feet high in good conditions. It can be used to create an unusual but maintenance-free hedge. It responds well to selective pruning and can be made to grow into different shapes. I personally make it into a Christmas tree every year. Some of you may be familiar with this succulent under its old name Sansevieria trifasciata. This striking succulent is best grown in a partly shaded spot in the garden or dappled light. They can be acclimatized to a sunny spot but may suffer sunburn during heat waves. It doesn't grow as high as all the other plants we've looked at, but can still reach a good 1.5 meters or 5 feet. This plant spreads underground and can be quite vigorous. Because of this, it's considered an environmental weed in some parts of the world, so please do check your local weed list before planting in the ground. It does really well in pots as well and can grow quite high if the pot is big enough. If you want some spikes in your garden, there's quite a few cacti that grow very tall, though you may have to wait a while. Most cacti grow very slow, and the only way to have them bigger faster is to buy an advanced plant. There are, however, fairly fast growing cacti lookalikes. Euphorbia mili and Euphorbia trigona both have sharp spines and can grow well over 2 meters or 6.5 feet. But just like other Euphorbia, they are filled with the toxic white sap. If you want true cacti, many in the Cereus genus will grow tall. And many cacti genera that have the word Cereus in them, such as Trichocereus, Pachycereus or Cephalocereus, will eventually grow very high too. Carnegie gigantea or the famous saguaro cactus will grow huge. So there's quite a good variety of tall cacti to choose from. They do tolerate being grown in pots too, and bigger the pot, taller your cactus will grow. And that's it for today. I hope this video was useful, and if you'd like to add your favorite tall plant to the list, you can do so in the comments below. To learn more about succulents, hit the subscribe button or go to succulentgrowingtips.com. Thank you so very much for watching.